We're going to teach you how to pass the soccer ball, and also we want to know how we can use teamwork while playing soccer, and then how we can use teamwork when we're not at soccer, okay? So when you're at school or when you're at home, we want to use teamwork in all these different settings.
LiFEsports is really a youth development initiative here at The Ohio State University where we use sport to teach kids really basic social skills that they can use the rest of their life. At LiFEsports, we really teach what we call SETs. So SETs stands for S is self-control, E is effort, T is teamwork, and the final S is social responsibility. Those are taught through two main areas. The first is Chalk Talk. So every day a kid would come to the LiFEsports summer camp, they would receive Chalk Talk. Chalk Talk is a 1-hour lesson. It's play-based social skills. So the kids go into a classroom to start. They start talking about what the social skill is of the day, how that's used in their life, but then we usually take them out onto a field or outside of the classroom and try to do an activity with them that really teaches that lesson that can stick with them.
Does anyone remember what our set is? Are our sets today?
Self-control.
Good. Self-control.
Self-responsibility.
Each of those activities, those kids are being taught that social skill again by the recreation leader. At every sport you go to reinforces the social skill of the day that is taught in Chalk Talk that day. So when you arrive at soccer, for instance, the topic of the day should be one of the social skills: self-control, effort, teamwork, or social responsibility.
Myself and Coach Tark, we're going to teach you how to pass the soccer ball, and also we want to know how we can use teamwork while playing soccer, and then how we can use teamwork when we're not at soccer, okay? So when you're at school or when you're at home, we want to use teamwork in all these different settings.
So we have about 45 minutes of physical activity inside each session.
All right, guys, how else can we use teamwork? Ariel's encouraging his team really well over here, okay? He's clapping, he's using some hand signals. Are we making eye contact enough to pass to our teammates? Jason, how else can we use eye contact?
At the end of that 45 minutes, they'll sit down and do a debrief with the kids. The debrief will review both the sport skill and the social skill that was taught through the lesson, and really discuss with the kids how they felt they were doing that. Where were examples? How could the kids identify when they used both the sport skill and the social skill?
What was the sets for today?
Teamwork.
Teamwork, all right? All right, and so who can tell me how they used teamwork today when we were during our drills? All right?
What is it? Say it loud so we can hear you. Good.
Great,
contact.
eye contact, yeah.
Wave hands.
Hand waving. Good. What were you going to say?
Complimenting our teammates.
Complimenting. Good. So you always want to stay positive and let them know they're doing an awesome job. Yeah, what were you going to say?
Another way you can use it is communicating by saying their name.
Good. I like the name. The name's really important. No matter what you're doing, the name's really important.
We could use teamwork lots of different ways today at soccer. And I bet you guys use it when you're at basketball or when you're at football. But what about when we're not playing a sport? How else can we use teamwork maybe when we go home?
By helping out doing the chores and stuff.
By helping to do
Perfect.
some chores? Do you have
was gonna say
siblings?
that.
Who has siblings here? So maybe you and your siblings can work together to take out the trash or wash the dishes, okay?
Yeah, you help your parents out.
Okay, but if you guys work
Yeah.
together, it'll get done faster, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I help my grandma cook.
You help your grandma cook. That's really nice of you. And then that helps out the rest of your family too, so they can eat a really yummy meal, right? Yeah, I bet you're a good cook.
I help with my mom a lot.
Okay, how do you help your mama?
Everybody's seen the Ohio State Buckeyes football team. They have that iconic helmet they wear with the iconic Buckeye leaf stickers on it. So we've modified that, and we actually give the kids buttons here at camp. So every kid during a session or throughout the day, if we see them modeling a social skill or exemplifying a social skill, one of our staff members hands them that button.
So Coach Tark and I have a couple buttons we want to hand out to some of our awesome campers that were showing teamwork today, okay? So the camper that I'm going to give my button to, she volunteered early on today. She participated a lot when I was asking questions, and she showed some great skill when we were passing and receiving the ball, okay? So all of these little things from the beginning of our session all the way to the very end contributed to this button, okay? So for that, Kanaya gets the teamwork button. Round of applause for Kanaya, guys.
Good.
So hopefully through those three means, both the Chalk Talk, the sport reinforcement, and then the reward system of getting Buckeye leaves, we're hoping that these kids really start to value these critical social skills and use them not just here at Ohio State, but when they go back into their communities.
And what we're really trying to do at LiFEsports is teach the kids how to use these different sets in the sport and then kind of how to transfer it to other parts of their life.
I've seen kids who were kind of like troublemakers, didn't want to be, you could tell they didn't really want to be here, and now they're just like thriving. Like they're doing so well. They've branched out, they've made a ton of friends, and they're so respectful. They participate in everything, and it's really cool to see that change in just a few short weeks.